And it's live. All right. Get this refreshed and then shared. Share.
Lighten up, guys. We're not being fucking interrogated.
Not yet, anyways. Not yet, anyways. All right. I can already tell this can be a fun little interview. So, speaking of which, hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I'm Ozzy, St. Anger Productions. And today we have a special guest with us, Dire Oath. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
It's going. All right. So, as we get started, if you guys have any questions for the band, put them in the comments. Let's see what you got. We'll try and answer them. Otherwise, kick back, enjoy the show. So, I fully support local entertainment. However, local is not limited to just Tonkawa, Tulsa, or wherever. Local can literally be anywhere you're located. Local is your scene and your location. With that being said, tell me a little bit about what local means to you, what your location is, and describe the local entertainment scene for where you're at.
Oh, I mean, with Wichita, Kansas, where we're based out of, there's a lot of different acts that show up around here. You know, everything from country to metal, obviously. Some rappers, you know, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your guys' idea on what local is?
Well, I mean, local. I mean, it could mean a lot of different things. Most of which, like like small bands that they're unsigned or just starting out and trying to go around where they at least practice or something like that to try and get word out about themselves.
Yeah, I think to me it means bands that you can meet and interact with right away.
Yeah.
You know, I know I've gotten to know several bands in the local scenes that play at the bars regularly and whatnot. You know, you go see them and then you get to know them, and stuff like that. Hang out, have a couple of drinks at the bar after their set, whatever. That to me that's what local means to me in the music scene.
Where the cover is only $10 or free.
Man, it'd take a lot of people to pay the band at $10.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That doesn't even touch the venue. All depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
So, how far is your all's reach, and how far are you willing to take your music?
Well, currently our reach, I'm not entirely sure. I know thanks to Facebook and a couple of other avenues, we have had people listening to our songs in Texas and Florida, those areas. And as far as we're willing to take it in terms of distance, I mean,
Bordering states.
yeah, currently bordering states. Once we actually start getting traction, though, sky's the limit,
As far as we
really.
can go around the
Yeah.
world.
Let's take it to Mars.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Party with the Martians.
The top.
Well, you know what you say around the world. You say around the world. All I can think of is la 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 all around the world.
Oh yeah,
Get that one out of your head.
it's in there now.
That's what
You're welcome. Oh, fun times already. I like it. So, We're gonna take that all around the world la 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 song and turn it metal. La la la.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There we get it. There we go.
Absolutely.
All right, so this one is for the individuals. How did you get into music and what instrument do you play or instruments?
Are we starting
Start
down here?
again,
Okay,
sure.
all right, fine. I'll throw my hat in the ring. So,
Literally.
what was the question?
How did you get started in music?
How'd you get into music? What are your influences?
My dad was a huge metalhead growing up, and so I've been playing guitar since I was like 6, and I play rhythm guitar in the band. Yeah, a lot of my influences are just the 80s thrash scene and 90s grunge scene. So pretty heavy stuff, you know.
Mhm.
A lot of deathcore too.
You mean unalive core?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our rhythm guitarist training.
Am I on screen?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're in
Yeah,
there.
we all are.
You're in there. Yeah, I'm Robbie. I'm the lead guitarist. I first got into metal when I was probably like 12 years old or so. Didn't grow up on it, kind of found it on my own. Metallica was the first band. Heard Metallica, and that was it. Still my favorite band to this day. I started playing guitar a little bit in high school, very, very poorly, and then kind of gave it up. And now here I am 20 years later. I picked it back up about 2 years ago and started playing again. And just, yeah, I listen to a lot of different subgenres of metal now. A lot of 80s thrash, a lot of Metallica, and Pantera, that stuff. And then a lot of the newer stuff too, like a lot of the metalcore and the, kind of new wave American heavy metal bands, Chimera and Machine Head and stuff like that. So I'm kind of all over, but a lot of
Okay.
metal. And then I just found these guys looking for a guitar player on like a local metal page on Facebook and joined up with them a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
Put in a lot of work. Like,
Thank
you're
you.
doing awesome. But my name's Anthony. I'm the vocalist for the band, and I got my start in music. Oh Lord, a long, long time ago. I think I started singing when I was probably about 7 or 8.
Mhm.
No idea what I was doing. I made sounds and it sounded good. I didn't take courses for, classes for anything for music theory for years. Originally, I started in the band as the rhythm guitarist, but out of necessity, I took over the spot of singer and ended up finding Rainan. We actually happen to have mutual friends on Facebook, and I'd seen some of the videos he had posted, and I was rather impressed with it. So I was like, I'm going to reach out to him. Influences, I mean, there's a lot of them that go into my writing process or vocals, mainly Pantera, Static X, Metallica, Megadeth, a little bit of Slayer thrown in there. But I grew up with listening to my dad's CD collection, so I mean there was a lot of old school metal in there, and a few things that I will never admit in public that I listen to because, well, it's mostly country, and no, I don't like country.
It's fine. I mean, there's a few good country songs out there.
Yeah, like there are good songs,
Like
but
the outlaw country.
yeah, outlaw country's good. But as a whole, like it's one of those things of anymore, it all sounds reprocessed and it sounds like the same thing.
As a whole, it's a butt.
I'm sorry.
So then you guys do something about it then.
Yeah.
Start playing country metal. Uh-oh, I think we're getting a little started.
Yeah,
We're freezing up.
third.
Playing
Yeah, we were
when
freezing
I
up a little bit,
was
so I
probably 10,
couldn't.
I think 10 or 12.
Oh.
Oh yeah, hold on, my bad. So my name is Jesse. I'm the drummer. I've been in music probably like since I was 10 or 12. Been listening to punk rock, grunge, a little bit of metal, but it's all around just kind of been like 80s and 90s, man, and just living my best life.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, just throw the hat back. I'm Ty Rant. I play bass. I pretty much just started like maybe 4 months ago, to be honest. And in musical influences, I like pretty much everything, really.
Yeah, he just got here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's our new addition. But yeah, one of his really big influences is like Tool. Like he really likes Tool.
Oh.
And
Black
so,
Sabbath.
Yeah. So,
I mean, yeah, Tool has a kick-ass bass line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good band for a bass player.
I drawing a blank on his name. I know his name, but I'm drawing a blank on it. Came from overseas. Came from England.
Justin Chancellor's their bass player's name.
Yes, that's right. Guy's amazing.
Oh yeah.
So you started playing bass 3 months ago, or started with the band 3 months ago, or both?
Both, actually, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Dude, I've been band longer than 3 months. What the hell are you guys talking about?
Maybe 4.
Yeah, I mean, roughly like the start of the year. So
Yeah,
yeah,
about 4,
4 or 5
3,
months,
3 and a
whatever
half,
it is.
4.
Yeah.
Something like that. Honestly, it's been enough fun. Like we've lost track of time. Honestly, we really have.
But yeah, haven't been playing very long.
But
As long as you're having
yeah,
fun
one of
with
the
it.
things. Oh yeah, well, and it does help that with a couple of us actually like knowing music theory and stuff like that. I have some lesson plans from my instructor that I have at my house that they really helped me, and I sent a couple of them to the other band members to try and help them out a little bit.
Right on.
And it's one of those things of I don't know how to word it really. I just I really like trying to help the guys out because helping them helps all of us and helps us progress further.
Absolutely.
Squeeze.
So another one for going down the line or around a circle or whatever you want to do. Describe a little bit of your musical background, like education, different bands that you've been with, different things that you got to do, different gigs, whatever. Like some of the highlights of your musical career.
I started playing in bands when I was like 15, 16, something like that. The first band that I played with was a deathcore band where I played bass and vocals. We didn't really do much. We recorded some stuff and never put it out. And then I played with a punk band, and we did a few shows, and that was the highlight of my life. Because there's nothing quite like your whole job being to piss people off. So
Yeah.
But
It does work.
then I did a bunch of solo art from the time that I was 17 to now, so about 9 years. Been doing solo art, and then found these guys, these fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Hey, you got to keep it weird. It keeps it fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
What was the question? Where did you
Background.
career?
Yeah, your background.
So my background, well, like I was saying with the influences, my background was I played a very little bit of guitar in high school and never really practiced or got good at it at all. And then about 2 years ago, picked it back up and started playing. So this is actually my first band experience. I've just been playing bedroom guitar player for 2 years on my own. And, I've been fairly in the local scene, seen a lot of the local bands and stuff. And, there's a lot of for the local scene, a lot of really talented, very skilled technical players. There's death metal bands out there that just, couldn't hold a candle to them as a guitar player, at least not yet. And, I kept seeing this post from this band Dire Oath on Facebook 2 or 3 different times. It was like, oh, we're looking for a lead guitar player. And I was like, man, I really want to be in a band, but I'm not really good enough yet, probably, And then I was finally, the second or third time I saw it, I was like, I'm just going to go listen to the stuff that he's got on YouTube. And I listened to it and I'm like, I think I can handle that material, So messaged them and they were like, I sent a demo of something I played and recorded. And they were like, yeah, come on in, And so this is my first band.
All right.
It's interesting hearing how you actually got into it.
How I got into playing?
The band, how you got into the band. That's actually interesting hearing that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yep. That's how I did it. So
Yeah.
so far it's been fun.
Oh, glad to hear that. All right. For me, I've been in a couple of different bands from about the time I was 15 until currently. The first band I was ever in, we were a few kids from my hometown. We had no idea what the hell we were doing. We just, as my brother would describe it, we liked grabbing our instruments and making noise with them.
That's what she said.
But at that time, I was the guitarist. We didn't have a lead. It was just all rhythm. It was just me, my friend Jared, and our mutual friend Dusty. And he was our drummer. My friend Jared was the vocalist, and that's how I discovered that metal was where I wanted to go with my direction, because it was more of a comedy metal band, and we called ourselves, I think our original name was Element X, and then we ended up changing it to something I can't remember what, because there was a DJ on the internet that had the exact same name, and we were like, well, we're not trying to do that. But we were more of a comedy metal group at the time. And after that, I didn't really have any actual bands that I was in. I was a lot like Rainen, doing solo stuff and just focusing on writing. And then I want to say probably about, I don't know, a few years ago, I ran into a kid that, I went to school with briefly, and he was, at the time, he was really talented. And I mean, he still is, but he was working at the place I got a job, and he was like, hey, I'm trying to start this project. Would you be all right with, I've heard you play, would you play in the band? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And we called ourselves the Escape Artists. We had a show, and it was
One and done.
Yeah, it was a whole pile of problems. But 2 hours before the show, we had a member quit, because his job caused an issue. His job sent him out of state, and he did not have time to let us know until right then. And so, we found somebody to fill in. We did the show. It actually went over pretty well. I think one of the highlights from that show wasn't even really a good one. The thing that stuck out to me most, the band that went on right before we did, I don't know which member it was, but one of them, they kicked their beer over, and it spilled onto my guitar that was
What the fuck?
Oh, there it is.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like it, the highlight was that, you know, one of the band members accidentally kicked their beer over and spilled it onto my guitar that was sitting behind the stage.
Hmm.
Luckily, my guitar did not take any damage. It was good. Like, but
No doubt. Good
after
deal.
that, there were some unforeseen circumstances, and I ended up taking over as the vocalist for that group. And there were some lineup changes, and well, here we are. You know, it took a little bit to find the right members, but I feel like, you know, with all of us, you know, democratically voting on stuff, I think we've made a pretty good little merry band of misfits here.
There you go. Just to let you know, I can't see you, but I can still hear you.
Both.
So I've been in one other band. We called ourselves Anarchy Reigns. We actually played with a local band called Kill Vargas, who is now called Social Cinema. So shout out to them, I suppose. But man, I think my favorite show had to have been in some fucking kid's garage. And there was probably like 20 people, and I don't even know how someone managed to break their nose, but they did. So yeah, it was fun. Yeah, just rocking out, making music. You know, like what else can you do?
What have I done?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's your first band, so.
Yeah, so I don't really have a lot of experience in bass at all, really. I played guitar
Pop
for a
this
little bit when I was
cherry.
younger, but nothing crazy.
Yeah. Not yet. We'll have some stories for later.
Definitely can't wait to hear stories.
Tony, you want to talk about the secret six member that we have?
No.
Yeah,
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk
Oh,
about
come
that
on.
yet. We're
Come on, you already said something. You already said something. What are we saving it for?
With that. Mess around and give people the wrong idea on what they're coming to see.
I think it's a good time.
No. We'll wait for that.
Sorry,
Okay,
Phil.
we're not. How long are we waiting, though?
Oh.
Look, I got a fridge full of beverage right next to me. I can wait as long as we need to.
Is it just me or his audio really quiet?
I can hear you guys quite well.
Oh yeah, his
But-
audio's real quiet.
Can't even hear
It would.
My audio's quiet.
Yeah, like real quiet. We
Oh.
didn't even hear you for a minute there.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't saying too much, but no, I can't see you guys either, though.
I can't even hear him.
Barely.
Yeah, I could barely hear it there for a second.
I can hear you guys just fine,
Yeah.
but you guys are blacked out.
So I
Hmm.
gonna go have to smoke while we figure this out.
I think. I mean, I don't know. If it's not on your end, it would just be my phone. Is there?
I got Zoom.
That's-
Is that on Zoom?
It's on
No.
Streamlabs. He just sends you a link to it. You don't need it. It just sends a link. You just open it in your like Safari.
Yeah, just copy and paste it.
Um,
Might mess up the session we're in right now, though.
No,
I don't know.
it won't. It won't mess it up.
Can we to troubleshoot and see if it's my phone that we're on? Is there a way to like end it and restart the session on a different phone if you send it to us?
Oh, the session will still be here. All I got to do is just accept the invite. Accept, yeah, close that out. We got to keep it rated R, not rated X.
He can hear you just fine.
I don't care. I'm not.
All right. So
But yeah, you can. You can try another device. Send the link to whoever you need to send it to, and open it up and into the
Yeah,
studio.
I will.
Can you just share the link to him?
Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're. Just go to your Facebook Messenger. I'm just gonna have Rain and the other guitar player here message you on your Facebook Messenger real quick, and you can just send the link to him,
Okay.
and he'll open it up. So just type in St. Anger Productions on Facebook Messenger. Troubleshooting.
Well, that's Stranger Productions.
Yeah.
No, that's Meta AI. That's some bullshit right there.
Look up.
Yeah, let me do it on Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh.
look on Facebook and then message him.
You can also look up.
Messenger?
No.
Oh,
It's bringing up your past.
I'm stupid.
You're not stupid, but
Sometimes.
We all do have a moment.
Hey, look, man, we're not in this band for a reason, all right? For no reason. I mean, God damn it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm in the
So
thing
just
for a
message
reason.
him. Direct message him and just say, send me the link.
Did you find me? Yep. There we go. Yo, send me the link.
tell him he's
Coming to
messaging
you.
him right now or something.
Yeah, he's messaging you right now.
Yep.
You should get it to send the link to you.
Got it.
Got it. There you go.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Get it? Got it. Good.
Hopefully it's my phone and his works fine.
Oh, hey, I see you. You're back.
There we go.
I don't know what you did, but there's. Hi again.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We can hear you.
Woo, that's
Is your
bright.
volume all the way up?
Yeah, I think so.
Hi again.
All right.
All right, cool. Sorry about that.
That was good.
We'll figure
Grim
it out.
ones
Maybe it's my
happen.
phone. I don't know.
But hey, I can see you guys again. So. Okay.
All right. I think we're good.
All right. So tell us about any other current projects you guys have, like whether it's a whole as a band or individually, or is this it?
Yeah.
Dire Oath, and that's it.
Well, I mean, collectively, there are some new songs that I've been working on my own time. Basically, Muse struck, and I decided gonna do something about it. Right, do some songs up and get a basic idea for like how I want them to sound, and I've shown a couple of them to the guys here. There's so many I haven't yet though. Because I mean, I've been working at stuff like this for a while. There is a song that we are currently working on that it was actually inspired by some lyrics that Jesse sent me. He had been working on them and had an idea, and he's like, well, this is kind of the sound I had for it in my head. These are the lyrics. Do you think you could do something with it? And I mean, I'm kind of a yes man when it comes to stuff like that, because I really, really like working on things and trying to solve problems like that. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I got this. And I came up with an idea and I showed it to them. It took a couple of practices, a couple of weeks before we, were able to preview the work that I had done on that. And yes, he just kind of looked at me and he's like, yeah, so we need to work on that one next.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You know that song
Okay.
"Smoking Weed with the Bad Bitch"?
No, but I think I need
You
to
know
look
that
that one
song
up though.
"Smoking Weed with the Bad Bitch"?
No, but I think I need to look it up though.
I've been trying to write a song called "Snorting Cocaine with a Good Christian Girl."
That's good. But anyway, no, the song that we are currently working on and in the process of working out the kinks on, it's a song called "Control." Long story short, it's about losing like a person that's very dear to you, and it's not. While I don't know exactly the context of, why the song was written or who for, if it was, I did like the general idea, because, I mean, everybody can identify with something like that. So it was one of those things like, it had good structure. It was good bones, as people would say. And so I just kind of decided to help out with fleshing that out. So
I'll give you a good bone.
But yeah, so "Control" is a song that we are working on, and hopefully within the next month or so, hopefully we'll be releasing if we can get that worked out and recorded.
Nice. We'll have to
I
keep
do
an ear
still
out
do
for it.
solo part. I do it under the name Kill Christ, but it's mostly
Okay.
just acoustic stuff. A lot of folk punk type stuff.
I'd love to hear that sometime.
Yeah, he posts
You have to
pretty
be sure to send
regularly to
me.
Facebook.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to some of my stuff. And
Okay. I have to send you a friend request too.
sounds good.
Mhm.
Anything you want to add to it? Anything you might be, thinking about working on your own?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit more about your song.
Cocaine with a Good Christian Girl, yeah. It's gonna be a country song. Okay, find me on Spotify.
I mean,
No, I
there would be a fan base out there to look that up. I mean,
They're all from Winfield.
I
I'm also from Winfield, so I would know.
don't know, man. I've only just ever written like parodies of songs and stuff, So it's just been for me, it's just having a good time, As long as you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So
I'm here, dog.
You know what? Cheers to that.
right. T, you got anything to?
No solo stuff.
not at the moment.
Yeah, at least, yeah, not at the moment.
We don't talk about what you do in your bedroom alone.
Yeah, the only thing solo is sex.
Well, I mean, you are the basis. Why was your hand sticky? Mary Beth.
Remind me, I'm never working front of house with you guys. I'm never working front of house with you guys.
What was that?
I'll book you. I will book you guys, but I'm never working front of house with you guys for the simple fact that if I'm running front of house, we're not going to have a concert. It's going to be comedy hour.
We got Kill Christ. We got Kill Christ.
We got Captain Turtle Wax. I buffed my head just for this interview.
Tell, dude, it's blinding me.
Well, we're also sitting right under, you know,
Yeah. That makes sense.
got a disco ball and then a disco ball.
Oh God. Oh, definitely fun times. I've got a mic. I got a talk back mic, and I know how to talk back. Oh, life as a front of house engineer. Gotta love it. So, from the band's perspective,
Oh yeah.
what is the mission statement for the band? So like businesses have their own business statements. Like, what would be yours?
Yeah. Honestly, our mission statement really is just, we want to play music. We want to
metal.
metal. No, we want to. Basically, we want to put stuff out there for people to enjoy. We want to live life and enjoy what we do. So really, like our mission statement is just get stuff done and just
Have fun while doing it.
yeah, just have fun, live.
Like life is too short to be worrying about all this shit that's going on. Because everyone has shit going on.
Oh yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, as long as we're here together, we're here supporting each other, and we're having a good time doing it, we're not hurting anybody, then who the fuck cares, man? Rock on. Maybe make some money along the way. Who the fuck knows?
Right?
It's beautiful, man.
It is. Good job. But yeah, life is too short,
Words like
and
that
if
get
it's
the mouthpiece from now on, I'm gonna shut up.
why worry about it though if it's out of your control, huh? Life is too short
Yeah.
for all that.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what. That's why at St. Anger
just like
Productions,
that
I don't
song,
get into all the politics and.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like that song "Control," it's about losing someone, and fuck, we've all had our ups and downs. This entire fucking band of misfits, we've all been down, and we're just trying to get back up. That's it. Just have fun, live life, and make some fucking music together, man. Make some memories. I think that's the mission statement. Yeah,
I like
there
it.
you go.
There you go. Write that down. So, speaking of writing, here I got a couple of them.
Where's she at?
Someone has to go get it.
But yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to writing music, do you write the music from a lyrical standpoint, like for the lyrics, or do you write it musically, like writing something for Tool or whatever? Do you do the melodic or the lyrical, or do you incorporate both? You're writing.
I think it's been a little bit of both. I think we've started some songs with just the music, and then we figure out the vocals later.
Yeah.
Or even like Control, where we've had the lyrics before, and then we try to figure out the sound afterwards. It's just been kind of a mixture of both, really.
A really good example of that would be the first song that we released, "Bastard Son." We had the instrumentation already done, but because we had to switch vocalists and literally in the middle of recording the song, we didn't have anything. So what had happened was me and Jesse sat down and he's like, all right, well, you already know what you want it to be called. What do you want it to be about? And it was kind of therapeutic for me because that song is very autobiographical. Basically, it just illustrates the thought process that went through my head as a kid. Because I mean, I didn't have the greatest upbringing, but it was very, I guess I could say, cathartic, really, because like all that stuff in that song I had wanted to say, but I couldn't. And then I had that thought, like, you know, I have this going on. Why not use that as an outlet? So we sat there and we hashed over, you know, rewriting and rewriting again. And finally we got it to where, you know, we were satisfied with it. We felt like it was a very good starting point for us. So, and then like he said with Control, it was one of those things of I already had the lyrics, you know, and it was thanks to a big thanks to Jesse, where, you know, he sent me what he sent me and the muse struck, and I just, you know what, ideas just started going. So, I mean, there's a lot of positives to be had in the songwriting process that we've had over the course of the last, you know, year.
And I would say, as far as like writer's block, I think it's more of just like shit we do in the moment. Like whatever it's in the moment, we pretty much just have to like write it down if we like it and go from there. But as far as like trying to write music, I don't think we try. I think it's just more of it, whatever comes natural, we write it down if we like it. If we don't, well, fuck it, keep going.
Yep. Just figure it out.
Yep.
If we don't like
Right
it, I'll
on.
keep it for myself.
There you go. Just buy it from them like country artists do, huh?
I'm sorry. Someone's choking in the background. Just need to make sure he's okay. You okay? He's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
What are they choking on? Never mind. Rated R, not rated. Not rated X. We don't want rated X. But so, if it's stuff that you don't like, that you'll sell it to the one that's on the end, whichever way I need to point. And that way he can
we'll sell it to him.
Yeah.
We're not going to just give it to him. What do you
Of
think?
course
Is this
not.
a charity?
No, it's country music. No, it's like what they do in country music, though. So, yeah, that worked out.
Yeah. Taylor
So,
Swift ass.
Taylor Swift kicking ass. Is that what you said?
I said Taylor Swift looking ass.
Oh, Taylor Swift looking.
Fucking hair.
Hey, at least y'all.
I just don't think. I just don't think her hair is as curly.
What'd you say? We're sorry.
I said I don't think Taylor Swift's hair is as curly as his.
No,
That is true.
No.
It is clickbait.
Although I do think she has the same mustache.
Oh.
All right, moving on from T-Swift.
Oh. Moving on before we get in trouble. Oh. Taylor, we're sorry. They didn't mean it. I hope you're not watching. I mean, I hope you watch my videos, but I hope you're not watching this. Shouldn't, I mean.
Apologize to all the Taylor Swift fans and the Chiefs out there.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry, Grandpa.
All right.
All right. I don't know if I need to ask this one or not, but I will anyways. Without going into details regarding hot topics such as politics, religion, or any of those other debatable hot topics, describe the morals of the band.
Morals.
What are those? No.
You said
No,
making us look worse than we are.
honestly, like we're really big on, positivity and, stuff like that. It's
As long as we're not hurting anybody. You
Yeah.
know? We can.
Anti-establishment.
Yeah.
that is another one that's a little bit of a button presser. A lot of my lyrics are very anti-establishment,
Mhm.
and it's not like
It's not.
I wouldn't
it's not in
consider
your
it-
face like Raging Machinery.
yeah, like it's
What he's trying to say is he's punk. Okay.
very yeah. But it's one of those things. I just I pay attention to a lot of things, and so like it's just observations really. But like as for morality, I'm very big on positivity and inclusion and stuff like that, because I just at the end of the day we're all people, we all live in the
Yes.
same on the same big ball floating through space. Like we're not going anywhere, so we might as
Nope.
well get along with each other.
Except for Elon Musk. He might go somewhere.
Well, I mean, with all the rockets he builds, he might. But
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm so sorry. That's no now.
this is why we can't have nice things.
It's gonna colonize Mars.
Yeah, but no, like I'm really big on being really just accepting of a lot of different things, because I mean,
Mhm.
doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, we're all on this planet. We're here. We're not going anywhere. So,
Don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah. That's
pretty
That's
much
it,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. To put it simply, yeah. Just
Don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I would like
Say
to
it louder
change
for the ones in back.
our mission statement. Yeah, mission statement.
don't be a dick.
Yeah, just don't be a dick. That's it. And we'll have a good time. That's it.
Yeah. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, the opening scenes of Triple X. Opening scenes of Triple X where he steals the car and jumps off the
Yes.
bridge.
Moral of the story.
Don't be a dick, Dick.
Yep. That's exactly right.
It's not
Thank you
heavy
for coming
metal
to our
that
TED Talk.
Yes.
it's not heavy metal that makes kids lose their mind and do bad things. It's those video games that Triple X was trying to protect. And here I am trying to protect the metal scene.
That's right.
Your metalhead kids are not going to school sacrificing goats. I promise you that.
Yeah, no. There's a time and place for that.
Not science class. Not biology. Biology for the frogs. Oh. So, you guys mentioned a little bit about some of the influences. Let's go back down the row and we'll talk about influences, but not just musically. Who are some of your biggest influences from a musical aspect, but also as an individual for who you are, who are your influences? So, down the line. Oh, he goes first again?
Come on, man. Who influenced you as a person?
Mr. Kilchrist.
My dad. Yeah, my dad was a huge influence on who I am. He wasn't there for a good part of my childhood because he was more involved in alcoholism. than, being in a family. But after all that, he's cool for the most part until he gets too drunk. So I try to stay away from alcohol, but when he's sober, yeah, that's a huge influence on me. He's the reason I'm as funny as I am. Anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah.
The dad jokes.
I'd say for me, outside of music, my influences are really, yeah, there's my parents and everything, but it's really just the friends and people that I surround myself with, over the years. I think, the friends you make that you decide to have in your life, have a big influence on you. You kind of become a little bit of everybody you spend time with,
True. The real influence was the friends we made along the way.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else to add?
That's all I got.
All right. Yeah. All right. So for me, I really as for who I am as a person, there's really only two people that I have that were really big influences on me growing up. And that was my mom and my grandma, which kudos to my grandmother. She was the one that actually bought me my first guitar. And she made me promise that if she bought it for me, I had to actually learn how to play and, not just sit on my hands. My mom, she was always, pushing me to, actually do something, stop just guitar in my room and playing the same 3 songs on repeat for 8 hours a day. And, it's one of those things. And then, as far as, I guess social figures, there would be too many for me to list. But, the way I look at it is if they're about positivity and, basically living the mentality of it is what it is, then chances are I probably identify pretty heavily with what they talk about.
Karl Marx.
I don't know about that. But it's for me, how I pick my influences is just basically the message that they want to spread. I don't have time to deal with all that hateful crap. I just don't.
Right.
Unless you're gently bullying your friends, then that's okay. Gently.
So what you're telling me is your mom didn't like it when you played Stairway to Heaven for 8 hours a day?
You think I'm skilled enough to play Stairway?
He was playing Smoke on the Water.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Get it right. It was Iron Man.
There you go. I was wondering what the 3 songs were.
Crazy Train and Walk from Pantera.
Mainly Iron Man.
What about you?
Who is you?
Yeah. Man, my influences probably my dad. Growing up, yeah, I know. Growing up, man, I every day I walk by just this extra room that we had, and I see his electric guitar from the band that he was in when he was in high school, called Ed Panics. Ed Panics, yes, that was the band name.
Was he Ed?
I think he was panicking. Don't ask me why his fucking name was Ed Panic. I don't even
Why?
know. I don't even think he knows. I've asked him many times. But
Why?
I just just been fucking I remember getting picked up from him every Friday, and we would just listen to System of a Down, dude. Wake up! Watch a little makeup. Yeah, dude, it was. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. Just my father, the dude that shot me out.
Hey, what were you before you were the apple in your mom's eye?
I think the
Daddy's
semen.
little
I think the
squirt.
semen in her pussy.
Daddy's little squirt.
Bro.
This is on Facebook, right? I don't think you can say that.
There's a lot of things we've said that might not be okay. But yeah, put it down. Put it down now.
What's your dad? What does he do?
But no,
I'd say for me, probably my grandma. She's super blunt and honest. It just tells you how it is. And that's kind of how I am, really, for the most part.
not wrong.
She's super blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That got dark real quick.
But nah, that's probably mainly my main influence is probably my grandma. My brother's pretty awesome too, hardworking.
Yeah.
I don't really got a whole lot else really. I mean, about it really.
Yeah. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
And I swear, you're mentioning family. You mentioned two of y'all mentioned grandmas. If your grandmas heard the way you're doing this interview, they'd be very disappointed in grabbing this spice water.
Oh, my grandma.
The old wooden
She
wooden
wouldn't grab
spoon.
fly swatter now.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one, yep. The wooden spoon.
Or the hairbrush.
Oh, that was my
grandma.
bad.
Go out and pick a switch.
Yeah. The
Good
weirdest
Lord.
thing is.
Don't.
The
The
weirdest,
weirdest thing is Jesse. Yeah.
it's the fact that I have the filthiest mouths in the band, and I have said the least. That is crazy. How the turns the table.
You know, we're not quite done
But
yet,
yeah,
so.
yeah, there's still
He
time.
said there's still time for you to show your true colors.
Oh no.
Show us how you disappoint your family, Tony.
I show you guys that on a weekly basis. I show up. You see me.
I see your head first.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was pretty big. It's hard to miss, man. I feel like that's going to be a running gag now.
Oh, but damn. Okay, so when it comes to managers, producers, and promoters, what do you guys look for in those people? Like, you know, if you had to hire a band or you need a producer or something like that, what would you look for?
Well, there's been a couple of people that we've worked with in terms of, you know, recording and producing. One of them was before everybody that joined the band recently, except for me and Jesse. We met him because he was running sound at one of the open mics that I frequent, and he's a really good friend of ours, and he actually does have his own studio, and we worked with him on Bastard Son. He had some ideas for, you know, how he thought it would best suit us to record, and I mean it worked out pretty well, especially for the horrendous mess we left him, because at the time we were scattering around anyway, just trying to get something done, and we were not prepared at all. And he did absolutely amazing with the mess we left him. It was actually cohesive, so I mean, it was decent enough. And aside from that, I mean, a lot of the work that we have done otherwise, we've really tried to like dip our toes into doing a lot of the recording and production and promotion ourselves.
Mhm.
Management, I mean, we all pretty much have a hand in that. Anything we do, it pretty much has to be unanimously voted by all of us.
I would say in the future, if we were to look for someone, I think the biggest thing is they kind of have to tolerate us.
The manager from Metalocalypse.
Yes. No, because I mean, when we get started on joking with each other, it turns into a gong show real quick. Like we get weird.
No, I can only imagine.
But yeah, like, as far as as far as management, I mean, there was a couple of ideas that I had a while back with that, and I mean, the problem with it was that the people that I can say the person I had the idea to talk to about it, he's very busy. He has a band locally that you know operates and works with. Um, it got to the point that you know I just decided against it because I didn't want to add more on his plate because he's already got so much between his solo work and the band he was working with and you know all that other stuff. It just I didn't want to add managing him another band on top of that. So I just
Right.
decided, you know, talk to the guys and we'll just figure it out ourselves for the time being.
Hmm. So, with that being said, then, do you have other bands that have reached out to you like, hey, if you ever have any questions, get a hold of us?
Yeah, one of the bigger ones for me personally is a close friend of mine, David Massey. I had heard him performing some of his band's songs at one of the open mics that I go to, and which, ironically enough, he now operates every other week. And his band, Sunset Motel, well, there's a few songs they have that you know they've got kind of like this metal, but yeah, it's psychedelic almost. And he you know, him, and I mean, even musicians that aren't in the metal scene, like one of my other buddies, which he used to be in the metal scene. He's a rapper now. Shout out to Nick Gibbs. He's the man I'm talking about here. You know, him and David both have given me a lot of pointers and, you know, given me a lot of tips on how to basically take the plethora of lyrics that I end up pumping out and shorten them, get to the point, tell the story. And they also, you know, gave me insights on how to do that without losing the impact that I want to have. And anytime I want to talk to them about it, you know, all I have to do is send them a message and they get back to me.
Nice.
And there's quite a few other people. Honestly,
Bye.
I mean, the music scene here in Wichita, between you know the guys that run open mics and down to even the guys that you know run sound or you know promotion, you know they're really helpful. Like they really like seeing people do the best that they can and even get better. So like they're very supportive. If you ask them a question, they're not going to jerk you around. They will tell you exactly, you know, like
You could.
like with our practices, you know, the guy here that runs sound, Phil, like there's been quite a few times he's walked up to me after practices and he just, dude, it's really coming together. You guys are starting to sound really good. Or
Mhm.
he'll come up to me and like, hey, yeah, that sounded really good, but you know, maybe try this next time. You know, see if that might work better. You know, it's one of those things that they're very insightful and they are very willing to pass that knowledge on. So I'm
Good.
very thankful to a lot of the, you know, guys here.
Right on.
Honestly,
So I'm gonna
without a lot of
oh.
them, I never would have got on stage.
Well, speaking of stages, I'm going to skip over one and go to this one. What do you look for when it comes to venues? Playing at venues, what do you look for?
And I would say it's all about the crowd that kind of goes there. As far as like looking for venue, I think it's more of you gotta think of it like who's gonna enjoy your music the most? Who's gonna have the better time? Because you know, you try going to more the cigar lounge and play heavy metal, those people aren't gonna care, they're gonna leave. But you go to Norton's Brewery where a bunch of metalheads, yeah, they're gonna love it. So I would
Mhm.
just say it's about the people, not necessarily the stage. You know, you can make any stage work. It's just we're just here to have a good time. We're here to show everyone else to have a good time. We understand that metal isn't everyone's cup of tea.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that just is what it is. Thank you, Phil.
All right. So what are we missing back there?
Drunk people would tell me
Oh.
you suck.
Oh, that's
Like
Phil.
play-
He's the sound guy.
Come on in here. We won't bite hard.
Phil. Okay, you don't-
Phil.
He said, "Fuck you guys."
But yeah,
Oh, you know you want to, Phil. I mean,
as far as
I don't think there was to be affiliated with us. So
He's like, oh god, I gotta be with these weirdos.
yeah,
I deal with them
for
enough.
me personally, like selecting venue. Oh, but yeah, I think for me personally, on selecting venue and stuff, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of experience with that. Most of the venues I played were bars. So, you know, like Barleycorns in Wichita, the Shamrock, played at Jerry's Bar and Grill a couple of times here.
I think I was there for that.
Yeah, you were there. You were there at a couple of them. You just weren't our drummer yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like as long as it's a good crowd that ends up coming in, I mean, any venue can really work. It's just a matter of, you know, how you make the sandwich.
Pretty much, man. Mayonnaise is just mayonnaise until you make it an instrument. You know what's up, girl. Yeah.
I don't have a clue what the fuck you just said. You know.
I said mayonnaise is just mayonnaise until you make it an instrument.
is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
I'm assuming you're referring to mac and cheese, aren't you?
Yeah, you know what's up, man.
You got the
Mhm.
Bruh.
Oh. Mental note when I
would ask
book
if there
these
was something wrong with
guys.
you, but I already know.
Mental note when I book these guys to play a show, there'll be no mayonnaise allowed at the show. No mayonnaise allowed at the show.
Except for when I'm
No mac and cheese either. We're not having mac and cheese.
Oh my god.
You can't take the mayonnaise off of me.
You can take the man out of the mayonnaise, but you can't take the mayonnaise out of the man. It's the other way around. I don't know.
Oh,
Welcome to the club you haven't known this whole time.
That's right.
Are we being interviewed?
Is this live?
Good lord.
we're having
Hey, thanks for
hamburgers.
having us on the show.
This is
I
the
know,
first time I'm.
I know you didn't expect all of this when you walked in here today, but I really appreciate you having us.
Oh, no problem. But we're not quite done yet. Still got more.
Oh, no, you're good. I just want to thank you for your time because I understand this is a lot.
You know, we're wasting
Yeah,
it.
this is a lot.
You guys are fine. Trust me. Oh, I'm enjoying the nice laugh. But yeah, we're gonna have some dry ass hamburgers because there's not gonna be any condiments allowed.
I don't work those anyway.
You have to blame your drummer over there and his comment about mayonnaise. All right, so here's a fun one, and we'll start down the other way on this one, but this will be for the individuals. If you could play any one show with any artist and at any venue, even if it is not obtainable, with who and where would it be? Any one artist, you're playing a show with them,
Good one.
any stage, any venue.
I know mine's
Yeah, think about that in a minute.
Yeah. So I mean,
I just can't think of the stage name. Like I can imagine the venue, I just can't remember the name of it.
such is life.
Yeah, that's hard. Well,
Words are hard.
Yeah.
words are very hard. I want to say Madison Square Garden. That's the venue. Madison Square Garden. Fucking Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, bro. That's all I want. That's all I want. As soon as I make it to Madison Square Garden, I know we've done it.
You want his
I should
illegitimate
have
baby?
known. With your little Foo Fighters hat, I should have known that was going to be your answer. I don't know. Honestly, for me, like, I feel like if I could do a show with any act, I would probably choose Motionless in White. Mainly because I've seen them probably 4 times live, and I mean, dude, they put on a great show. From what I've seen when I meet them after the show and everything outside, Chris is an absolutely amazing person, and honestly, I would like to surround myself with bands and acts like that. So if you're a good person and you put good energy out there, yeah, I absolutely would love to work with Motionless in White. And as for a venue, I mean, anytime, any place, man. We could go to the Cotillion here in Wichita, and I'd be perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, for me, it would definitely be on stage with Metallica for sure. I mean, in my eyes, they're the ghost of metal. That's where all the good stuff started.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
nothing
I
else
saw
matters.
them, God, 2 years ago now at Dallas, the AT&T Stadium, a big, giant football stadium, you know, with a huge metal band like that. Like that's the dream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got to agree with Robbie. You know, Metallica is my favorite band too. So, but also I would like to play with Falling in Reverse just so I could fucking hit Ronnie Radke in the face with a rice stand.
I heard nothing.
The funny thing
I heard
is,
nothing.
You gotta say it again now.
Oh, that's all
All
right.
right, well here, let me.
No, because he watches stuff like that. He will reply.
Well, you know what? If he does, you know, that'll get us out there at least.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
That was all him. That was all him, not me. No.
You know, honestly, and that's the thing with Ronnie. He is actually incredibly talented. It's just, you know,
Mhm.
his history, you know, back in the day where, you know, he had the anger control issues and everything. But me personally, I don't have any bones against him or my stance. But yeah, did you think of anything out there?
I was gonna say this band.
Best answer. This band, any venue, perfect.
Yes.
Love this answer.
Yeah, there you go.
I love this band. So I'd say this.
Dire
I
Oath.
like that answer. I dig it.
Dire. Definitely. Dire Oath, Tulsa, Oklahoma, at the Bowman Twin Event Center.
That's
Sounds
not
great.
bad.
Fuck
That's not
yeah.
a bad venue.
Love it. Let's
That
book
is
it.
Not a bad venue at all.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can definitely.
we'll have to do that.
Like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will.
Dude, I am so sorry. I keep kicking your fucking toe.
Dude, just kick him back. He'll be fine.
So,
It's a good thing I got big feet.
when it comes to doing solos, like guitar solos, drum solos, whatever, do you think, like, what is your personal preference on solos? Would you rather written solos, like play it as it is on recording each time you play it, or do you like on the spot solos? Like, what are the emotions for the day is how the solo is being played?
I prefer on the
What's y'all's
spot.
thoughts?
I think, I mean, we haven't got on stage yet altogether with this group, so it's hard to say, but I think for me, it's a little somewhere in the middle. Definitely some structure of like, hey, here's how long this is gonna go. Everybody knows what's coming, kind of thing, and you kind of just take it from there.
Throw some
Yeah, whatever
ad-libs
you
in there.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of communication, like, you know, before we get on stage and then during on stage too. You know, just a simple head nod or whatever it may be to let everyone know, like, hey, this is the time, or this is the last measure, or whatever it is. But yeah, I would say it's more just like on the spot, key of the moment. Anything that we learn that's going to be like on the recording, we need to have we need to have it down. However, as far as like ad-libbing with solos and stuff, yeah, we're definitely going to extend it, but I think it's more just depends on the venue, depends on the moment, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what are your thoughts on tickets? Do you think paper tickets need to stay around? Do you think it's digital tickets, e-tickets, or do you think
You know,
we still need to keep a hold of both?
I love this question. Fuck digital tickets, okay? Fuck digital tickets. We need paper tickets, okay? There's this lady I work with, super cool, and her first fucking concert was from the '80s, and she has it in a photo album. You can't fucking do that with digital tickets, man. So yes, paper tickets. 100%.
Man,
No more questions.
Jesse's passionate.
Hey, I have copies of my tickets to Cattle Decaf, so.
Exactly, man.
No, they were digital tickets when I got them. You can print them out, dude. They're still good to use.
No, that's a waste of my paper, okay?
I used Walmart.
So it's not the tickets, it's the paper. It's passionate.
Yeah, fuck them trees.
Oh, man. Yeah, me personally, I actually do like paper media when it comes to tickets because as me growing up, the tickets that I got from concerts that I went to, it was the satisfaction of actually like feeling that like in your hand, like I'm here, time to see some cool shit. Like,
You know, every time you see those tickets, you just remember the memories of what
Oh,
you
yeah.
had that day.
exactly.
You know, fuck that $200 you spent.
Yeah, that's not lie. Like, you know, like the money you spent in your mind for that ticket to get into that venue to see those bands, it's more about the ability to make the memory associated with those tickets. So for me, having paper media is actually a big thing that I would actually like. As for digital media, unlike somebody, I don't have a problem with that because there is the ability to get into the show to get those memories to associate with it. And as we pointed out, you can print them out.
I don't think that's the point.
It is the point. It's the whole point. Nothing but the point.
Now I'm pointing.
But yeah, it's one of those things. Like I know everybody has their own preferences, so I would like to be able to facilitate something for everybody to be able to, you know, maximize the amount of people that would be able to make it to the shows. So I mean, that I feel like that would actually be kind of a good idea.
There you go.
Right on. Yeah, because being that you guys are in Wichita, I can't just hop in a vehicle and drive to see you guys and get a paper ticket, drive home, and then drive back the day of the show. That's a lot of gas.
No, it's the principle.
We're not in school.
Who's the principal?
Me too.
You know, and that's another point is, you know, if there's people traveling to come and see us, like,
Look, I'm not saying only paper tickets, okay? You asked me what my preference is. I'm telling you my preference. Yes, digitally, it is more convenient. You're absolutely correct. But man, when's the last time you touched that paper ticket, my guy? It's the best feeling in the world.
I touched a whole stack of paper tickets when I left the last show back in February. I have a whole big old stack of them I brought home. So I got a lot of
All I'm
paper
saying-
tickets to touch on.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, you know, you remember those memories. Instead of staring at the screen like, huh, that was a horrible decision. Bought the paper ticket.
He is so obsessed with like the tactile feeling of a ticket.
Yeah, Jesse, are you autistic?
What's autistic?
Me.
I'm saying, man, no, we're gonna. But yeah, no, I get it on both sides of the coin. I understand. It's just, you know, I feel like everybody has their preference. It would be a good idea for us to be able to maximize the amount of people maximize our reach.
Mhm.
That's right. But you're the only one that had such a passionate speech about no. and then just immediately got shut down by everybody else. Like I said earlier.
Like, go get with the
Gently
times,
believe
Grandpa. Fucking boomer.
Okay, so
Jesse, you're 26. Fucking Zoomer.
Oh my god.
so question for the drummer. What kind of textures turn you on? Like I'm assuming paper tickets or
On.
Fuck.
Here we go.
A good oak grain
paper
finish.
paper.
My wife's
That is-
breasts.
Hey.
He said, "What kind of
He
texture?"
said,
All right, he asked me.
Asking you shall receive. To steer away from that,
Aren't you glad you made it to this practice?
for me, one, there's a like actually like really get to me in like a positive manner, I should say. There's not really a whole lot of them, but like silky textures, like soft, smooth, or
So
Kinda like-
textures turn me on too.
I can't with you, dude.
But you can't with me.
I can't with your ass. One of us has to be the adult.
You're asking the two
Don't let-
26-year-olds to be adults. Fuck you, dude.
Fair.
Look. Just because I'm
All right,
40,
so, like,
just because I'm 41, don't look at me to be an adult either.
yeah,
Not happening.
I have never. I am not the adultiest adult ever. I'm not. I need
No.
a professional adult.
Um,
Bill.
We're putting a lot on
Bill's the only.
Okay, so
Bill didn't
serious
realize he
question.
adopted
again.
5 children when he was investigating.
Wait a minute,
man.
where did Robert's wife go to? Where did Robert's wife go to? She should be the adult, right?
Oh, I think she couldn't handle it anymore. Oh, there she is.
She was just like, yeah, just exited out like, I need some space.
She heard adult, and she's like, "Oh Lord, what are we doing?"
They're asking for an adult. I'm out.
Well, I already got 2 fucking kids. I don't need to.
Sit your booty down.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so you made mention of digital media. What are your thoughts, both like as a band and as individuals? What are your thoughts on cell phones and people going to concerts and just, yeah, like that's all they're doing is recording or typing away and stuff, playing on their phone.
Yeah. For me personally, I don't really mind cell phone usage to like take pictures or like short videos because I'm guilty of it myself. I've done it. But I don't like it when people like live the experience through the phone because then it's like you could have just watched a live video from them on YouTube or something.
Yeah, you can watch somebody filming on their phone
Yeah.
at home. You didn't have to spend the money on the digital ticket.
Voice with the dish. No, like I can understand wanting to take a picture of the moment and all that. I can understand that.
Mhm. Right.
But like living the entire act through your phone and just watching through a screen, you could do that at home for free. Wouldn't have had to spend any money. So like, yeah, you can take pictures, take a couple short videos, whatever, to show it off to your friends or whatever. But for the most part, live in the moment, be there. Like,
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of one of the big things that bands do is they interact with the crowd. It's hard to do that if everybody's just staring at their phone screen.
And I will say this, if we were like a comedy act it would be a little different because when they record and on their their sets or whatever, they put it on their platform rather than someone post it on their personal page, and it's more of like not getting the revenue that you deserve because it's not going through your platform. With music, I think it's a lot different because it's not like you're stealing jokes or whatever, or you're stealing our music. It's more just, hey, you can have it in a recording. It's like a good memory that you have. Post on fucking Facebook. Who cares? But it's not like you're taking anything away from us. It's not like you're stealing anything. And I think that's the biggest concern as far as cell phone usage with people who perform. It's we don't fucking care. We love the exposure. That's it. At the end of the day, we just want more people to listen and more people to enjoy.
That's where I want to make a point to like strengthen that. One of my friends that I mentioned earlier, Nick Gibbs, he has a very interesting approach to people recording him while he's on stage. And that is, in the middle of his act, he will actually grab their phone and record himself for them and then hand them their phone back.
Which I think it's
nice.
Fucking awesome that he involves the crowd that way, because it just makes the experience more memorable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
See, I agree with these guys, but like, please, for the love of fucking God, turn your goddamn flash off. Everyone off.
Yeah,
no one wants to see your
flash
on your phone. We're trying to watch this fucking show.
Good Lord.
All right, now we found the thing that Rain is passionate about. That's 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The spotlight's above the stage and not bright enough. We need the cell phone.
Man. And I have to live with y'all.
No, you choose to. Once a week. You work with us once a week.
I'm a
once a week you work with us. You don't live with either any of us, dude. Shut up.
Wait till you guys are on a tour bus together. Wait till you're on a tour bus together.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Because that is technically all of us live together on the tour bus,
Yeah, really bad. You like that idea, don't you?
You know what? Just for this interview, first week we spend on the tour bus, I'm eating nothing but eggs.
Same.
I'm gonna sleep with my head out the window.
You're gonna be sleeping on paper tickets. What are you talking about?
Oh man. Yeah, no.
No, you can't sleep with your head out the window because those paper tickets are gonna blow away.
No, that's how we market the venue, okay? It's like getting 1,000 pennies, right? And just chucking them out on the streets. You're doing a good thing for people, right? But it's almost like with tickets, okay? So you just let them go out to the wind, and then whoever picks it up, hey, cool, they got a free show. It's good advertising. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but then you got to think about the cost.
Scalpers.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Think about the scalpers, dude.
Give them a ticket. All right, $15.
We found the scalper.
And another news.
If I catch you scalping,
And another news.
swear to God,
I'll be so proud. No, but in all honesty, like,
I need more sticks.
So in other news, we're going to break over to our helicopter pilot, our eye in the sky. They are over I-70 right now. What can you tell us about this big accident? Well, you see, there was this bus that was going down the interstate, I-70, and started losing a bunch of paper tickets out the window and caused a big old wreck when everybody realized it was dire oath. everybody was stopping to pick up these tickets, caused a big traffic jam, and so yeah, be on the lookout for them because they got a
Hey,
big littering fine.
What does those tickets, man?
Yo, on the back of the tour, we have like digital tickets that people can take.
There we
Big old
go.
Screen with the barcodes on it.
Little digital ticket. This is a middle finger to the drummer for his, passionate speech. Oh man.
Oh,
No,
I
we need
love it.
adults.
Where's Phil? Where's your sound
Middle
person?
fingers with his cow. Oh man.
So we don't have any viewer questions. Is there anything that you guys would wish to add, individually or as a band?
Well, I mean, aside from, urging people to, look us up on YouTube, which you can find us at Dire Oath Band. Listen to our music. If you like it, give a like, subscribe, follow us, share it with your friends, and
Keep an eye out. We'll be on stage hopefully.
yeah,
Come check us out.
for sure.
Turn your fucking flash off.
Flash off, buy paper tickets. We're coming here soon.
God.
And don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
God, we're here to have a good time, okay? That's it.
Yeah. Don't be a dick
Yes.
about digital tickets.
And don't be a dick with your flash on. It's bright enough on that stage.
Yep. So yeah.
And don't be a dick to the bass player. They're still new.
Yeah, no. Bass player's cool, man.
Dave's not here, man.
Oh. So if there's anything, is there anything that you feel needs to be said to the music industry, whether it's the fans or whether it's recording studios or management, record labels, whatever? If there's anything that you feel needs to be said that hasn't been said yet, turn your flash off. Buy the paper tickets. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't do that.
To the fans, I would say to the fans, if you like whatever style of music, not even just metal or heavy music, but any music, whatever you like, find it in your local scene. It's there somewhere, and get out and support it.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, one thing I can say to fans is if you have that one friend that really wants to do something with music, like you don't have to do what my friends did and basically force me to perform. Just give them a little nudge. Take them out to open mics to see other people perform and other bands perform, and encourage them to do the same if they wanted to do that. Like with what they said, support local venues. Now, as for the music industry in general, I really agree with what Jesse said. Musicians, there's a lot of unknowns that go into what they have to do show to show, and it's not always the same. There's a lot of costs that they have to cover for, the venue, merchandising, stuff like that. So, that's why I actually do like, smaller venues, because they do have the opportunity for bands to have a better takeaway than if they did a really big venue. But I mean, fans, everybody likes what they like, just do you have fun, enjoy yourself. So, I mean, I don't really have much else to say on that situation, but
Anybody else?
Any other comments from the peanut gallery? I think that just about covers that. Yeah.
Yeah, just pay them better, man. That's it. It's just the labels, you know. That's really it. Especially once you get like super
I got
super big up there, you
one.
know.
To the fans, give us your money.
You don't want to come off like that, man. Yeah, it's already out there. Can't take that.
Buy our
You
stuff.
enjoy
Buy our
it,
tickets. Buy our merch.
Yeah, buy our merch.
It'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So
we still have to figure that out too, but
I was gonna ask where can we find your merch, but
not yet. We're working on getting a few items.
Check us out on Facebook. That's where it's gonna start off on. So
Yeah.
follow us on Facebook, Dire Oath Band. Follow us on YouTube, and hopefully by the summer, June, July, we'll have some stuff.
right on.
I don't have a hat, guys. It's not fair.
You should wear one.
So everybody's playing musical chairs over here. Looks like everybody's trying to play musical chairs. All right, so guys, it has been a pleasure having you on. I appreciate it. I appreciate having every laugh. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to be able to book you guys for a show sometime.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Most definitely got to do this. So if there's not anything else that you guys have to say,
I think that covered it all. Yeah, just about it.
Before we get canceled, probably not.
oh, everything everything said's all been on them, not me. So if anybody gets canceled, not me. Man, holy crap! Taylor Swift and Ronnie, like holy guys, really.
Hey, I do have one question for you.
Yes,
What texture turns you on?
a nice new drum head on the snare drum.
Yeah. You speak my language.
Trust me, I'm a drummer, so
You got something coming.
some good hickory, some good hickory wood with a nylon tip.
You said what?
Some good hickory wood with a nylon tip.
No.
My phone's right there, guys. I don't know who's fucking ringing.
Hi.
Do you want to take this? No, not yet.
Not yet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you a lot, and I'm sure if you made it this far, the band appreciates you too. No, you make it fun, you make it entertaining. That's kind of what this is about. Just letting loose, having fun, and being yourselves. Who are you? You're a band that likes to have fun.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna look for you guys real quick. Oh wait, you're right there in front of me. You said Dire Oath Band?
Yep.
Make sure I'm actually following you guys. I think I am. Yeah, following.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Now I just got to see if I can find you on YouTube later. All right. Well, all that being said, guys, go find them on Facebook, Dire Oath. Find them on YouTube, Dire Oath. No merch yet, but keep an eye on Facebook. it'd be coming eventually. Guys, it's been a pleasure having you on. Um, I guess until next time, guys, I need more interviews. I'm out of interviews scheduled, so if you want to be on here getting interviewed, if you have anything to do with the local music industry, give me a shout out. Give me a holler. We'll get you scheduled sometime.
For sure, bro.
Um,
Absolutely.
so Dire Oath, if you guys know of anybody that wants to do this, send them my way.
Yes, sir. We will.
But in the meantime, one last time, it's been a pleasure. And thank you to everybody for sticking around. I'm Ozzy, St. Anger Production. That's Dire Oath. Guys, I'll see you back in the studio, but you have a good night.
Yep. You too.
Thank you.